Okay, this is my second negative video for Kimberly Ramirez's affirmative rebuttal about going to the moon to harvest or develop the moon to extract H3 from it and bring it back to the Earth to use as a clean burning power source that will replace fossil fuels in the long run. Her first point that she keeps driving on with is that the global warming is a product of fossil fuel and thus disrupting ecosystems and will eventually create major problems for Earth's overall ecosystem. I stand by my point that global warming is not a problem. There is more evidence out there currently every day that supports long-term climate change. According to Cliff Harris, who is a renowned climatologist, he basically states, and this is a well-known technology, this is well-known throughout the climatologist community, that we have the technology now to look back into Earth's long-term climate changes up to 4,500 years ago. These climate changes have been going on and off, hot, cold for over 4,500 years, at least that we can tell. We've had ice ages and we've had extreme heats. It's fossil fuels could not have possibly caused those climate changes because there were no SUVs back then. 1,000 years ago, we were in ice age. 2,000 years ago, we were in extreme heat. There were no SUVs around then. There were no fossil fuels being burned around then. Yeah, there were oils and lamps, but I mean, not nearly as much as today cars that we use today. So I still stand by that global warming is not a problem. It's not causing harm to ecosystem. It's simply a natural cycle of the Earth that the Earth has been going through since it's been around. Right now we're in a slight hot period, but we're going down actually into a cold period, which is funny because if global warming's real, then, or true, we would be going the other way. We would be getting hotter right now, and that's not happening. So that's another point. Another point that she brings up is that yeah, it's going to be expensive to go to the moon and develop H3. According to NASA and several other space exploration sites, that moon sites, it would roughly cost $75 billion to go to the moon and get the H3 and bring it back to Earth. That's not converting it to usable energy, because we don't even have the technology for that yet to mass produce H3 energy. To convert it on a mass scale, we don't have it yet. Yeah, it's a clean burning energy source, but again, that's 75 billion just to get some of it back, a couple tons back here to the Earth. That's not even, we can't use it once we get it here, which is a silly thought. Basically, right now, fossil fuels, okay, we're paying $100 per barrel right now. H3 would be 10 billion a ton, and it would take 40 tons to power the US for a year. That's a lot of money. It's way too expensive. I don't see the end result anytime soon benefiting Earth if we were to go get H3 and bring it back here, and then even spend who knows how many billions of dollars to try and make it a usable source of energy. It just doesn't add up. Another point that I have is, instead of spending $75 billion just to get the H3 back here, why don't we use that and put it towards the fossil fuel alternatives that we are currently using? Like the affirmative pointed out, was right now the world counts on fossil fuels for 97% of its energy. Or 93%. 7% of it was alternatives, solar being the next largest, and then wind and water. Right now, in New York, according to NewYork.gov, they are putting solar panels on top of almost every building in New York, and they are building mass solar fields in the countryside of New York. Just what they've done currently has gotten rid of about 116,000 tons of greenhouse emissions, which basically removes 23,000 cars off the road. Now, this is only what they've done in the last year. This isn't, something that's been going on, and they are just barely getting started. If every state, New York being the most congested and one of the smaller states, if any of our larger states decided to follow suit and add more solar panels to their land and buildings, I mean, 7% could turn into 50% real quick if everyone followed suit and we all agreed that solar energy is a better, more plausible source of energy than going to the moon to get H3, which we wouldn't be able to use once we got it back here. That is pretty much all the negative for right now. Thank you.